everyone, I'm Keely and this is Voice of a Creative. And today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a Me Made catch up, talking about my Me Made holiday wardrobe and my Me Made May pledge for 2019. So last weekend I went on holiday to Barcelona and that was part of a hen party for one of my best friends. And it was a really lovely weekend. It was a surprise, kind of a bridesmaid takeover, and it was just the bridesmaids and the bride, and there were 6 of us in total, and we took the short flight over to Barcelona for a 3-day weekend. So I wanted to wear Me Made for most of the days while I was there, because actually it's really lovely to be photographed in a really beautiful place, but also it gives me a chance to wear some of the items I don't get to wear very often. Now this was me thinking that the weather was going to be nice and sunny, and unfortunately last weekend, if you were in England, was kind of 22 degrees, really sunny, beautiful and hot. And in Barcelona it was around 15-16 degrees and windy with some rain. So we didn't get the best of the weather, but we still enjoyed it a lot all the same. So I'm going to go through the outfits that I wore, and I will insert pictures where I can and potentially videos where I can as well. So on the first day we were making our trip to the airport and they wanted us to wear matching t-shirts. So I haven't bought a ready-to-wear t-shirt in quite a while because I just don't find they fit me very well. So I actually made a t-shirt and then gave it to them to do the iron-on transfers. So I'm just going to show you the t-shirt. So it is a little bit crumpled because it's been in the wash. But this is the Freya sweater from Tilly and the Buttons, the stretch book, and this is the lower neckline hack that I always do. I have got a tutorial for that and I will link it down below for you. And I bought this really high quality white cotton, and this is from Like So Amazing, and it's just fantastic quality jersey, really nice and soft, fantastic to work with. So if you're looking for just a plain white cotton jersey, definitely go and check that out. So I made this t-shirt and then I gave it to one of the other bridesmaids who did an iron-on transfer. So I think she bought the logos for these things on Etsy, and she had a whole selection of things that we had throughout the weekend, and it just says the I Do crew will be there for you, linking to friends. And then my friend who was the bride had I Found My Lobster on her t-shirt. So really pleased I made that one. It was really comfy to wear, wore it on the plane. I'm not sure how much wear I'll get out of it now we're home, but I'm definitely inspired to do some Friends type iron-on transfers. I am looking to get a cry cut machine, so hopefully I'll have a chance to do that. But yeah, really looking forward to that, to do some interesting designs on t-shirts. And actually this stayed on really well. Some of the others were peeling off a little bit, and actually it stayed on this cotton really well. So definitely a good one for iron-on transfers as well. So on the first day we didn't have too much planned. We were just going to have a little wander around the city, but luckily the sun came out and so we all put on our summery outfits, and I went for a dress that I made for Japan last year, which is this one. So this is made out of viscose jersey from Stuff in Still, really high quality viscose jersey. And this is my self-drafted dress, so just using a t-shirt style bodice, but I've changed it to have pleats at the front there and then pleats along the skirt, then just 2 pleats at the back and then darts at the back as well. And I will post a picture of me wearing this on the balcony now. On the first night we were wearing black and white, so the bride was wearing white and the bridesmaids were wearing black, and we had a few things planned. We were going to a wine tasting and then onto a flamenco show, so that was really fun. I tried 5 different wines and didn't like any of them, surprisingly. I'm not a great fan of alcohol, I just don't like the taste of it. It was really fun to learn about the wines, and then the flamenco show was very traditional, so a lot of clapping and stamping, some really cool outfits. Not quite what I expected though, but actually really lovely to experience that. And I wore this dress, so I'm trying to get rid of black from my fabric collection as well as from my wardrobe, just because I feel like it washes me out a little bit, but just because I'm so pale. So I'm trying to get rid of it. So this is one of my last black pieces of fabric, because I just don't find I prefer that kind of fabric. I've got one box with some black fabrics left, and the rest are all blues and greens and other colours. So this I bought from Fabricland quite a while ago. It must have been about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's a cotton jersey, probably with a bit of polyester thrown in, and it's got this slight zigzag pattern. And this is my jersey hack of the Mccalls pattern that I use quite a lot for kind of going out dresses, just because the style I feel really suits me. So it's got a slight wrap over at the front, gathers on the shoulder, and then I do the pleated skirt. Then the back, I've done my standard bodice with the darts, and then just 2 pleats at the back as well. This one, I've done it in a slightly different way. I've not stitched together the front. So on some of my other dresses, I do actually stitch up here, but I didn't do that on this one, just because it felt a little bit tight across my chest, just because this fabric isn't the most stretchy. But I felt really glamorous in this, and I will insert a picture of me wearing it, and it was perfect to wear out on that night, and it meant that we were all wearing really lovely different style dresses. It was really lovely, it worked out really well in the end, and it means I have got this dress now as a going out dress if I do feel like wearing it, because I do really like the style and the shape. I did have a bit of a nightmare when I was making this dress. The first dress I went for was a black ponte that I still had in my stash, and I had envisioned this kind of high-necked dress with pleats and things like that. But I made it, and it made me look like a small child. Like, it really did. Like, it flattened my chest, and I mean, I had my hair in a ponytail when I was trying it on and things, so I suppose, but yeah, it made me look like a small child. I did not like it at all, so that was a total fail. And so I quickly whipped this one up, and this was like 2 days before I was going on holiday. So yeah, I was a bit worried, but I just wanted to share that, because I still, after kind of 13 years of sewing, make things that are not suitable for me. I mean, it fitted me, but it just was not my style at all. So unfortunately, that's gonna have to, I'm gonna finish it off, and then I'm gonna send it off to the charity shop, which is a bit of a shame. So on the second day, we had a few things planned, and one of the things was a Segway tour of Barcelona for a couple of hours. Now, I did attempt to go on a Segway, and unfortunately, I was just not able to do it. I don't have great balance, and the idea is you kind of lean your weight forward to go forward, and then kind of stick your bum out or lean back to stop, and then you kind of have to stand with equal balance to stay still. And I really did try, but it made me panic a little bit, and yeah, I just couldn't do it, which was a real shame. So they suggested that I ride a bike, and actually I haven't ridden a bike in about 15 years, but it is true, you do remember, once you've learnt to ride a bike, you do remember how to do it. So I did that, and everyone else was on Segways, but it was really good that I could still take part in the activity. We got some lovely videos and photos around Barcelona. So the weather was a little bit colder this day, and it was super, super windy. And I thought as we were kind of riding around outside, it would be good to wear something that I could like layer up. So I went for a pair of jeans, which are just a pair of Levi's, and that was just because I haven't finished my me-made jeans quite yet. So I've bought a couple of pairs of Levi's because actually they fit me really well, and I can just match them with anything. And I wore this t-shirt. So this is an art gallery jersey that I got from Satisfaction last year. And again, this is a Freya hack t-shirt, so I've just lowered the neckline on this one. And it's really nice and close fitting, and I wore it tucked in, and I wore it with this cardigan, which is in a rib knit, which I got from Like So Amazing, and this is the Blackwood cardigan by Helen's Closet. And the difference I've got with this one is I've just doubled the neckband. So normally the neckband would be half the size, but I've just doubled it, and that was really nice and warm to wear, and I will insert a picture of me wearing it. So on the last night, we wanted to go out for something to eat, and then for a few drinks and just having a look around Barcelona. We didn't end up going out till quite late, but we went for food and then to the W Hotel, where we went up to a kind of exclusive bar where the drinks were incredibly expensive, but it was just lovely to see it, and it was a fantastic view of Barcelona. So I wore this dress. Now this is the dress that I made for the socialite soiree, and I absolutely love the fabric and the colours. Again, this is the Mccalls hack, exactly the same as the black dress that I wore, but actually it makes you realise how much changing the fabric can change the dress, and I'm quite happy to have loads of dresses that fit me all in different fabrics but all the same pattern. That makes no difference to me whatsoever. So this one is stitched together. So this is a viscose jersey, and I got this from Fabric Godmother, although I have since ordered some more from somewhere else, and this fabric is still available on various websites as well. I will link them down below if I couldn't remember. The other choice of dress that I had was this one, but I decided to go against it because we were in Spain and I didn't want to look like I'd dressed deliberately because we were in Spain. But I do love this fabric. This was from Satisfaction as well. So it's a viscose jersey with these beautiful roses on as well, but I just didn't wear this one. I had a choice of the two and I just went for the blue one. On the last day, it wasn't very sunny at all again, although it did get sunnier towards the afternoon. So again, I was in jeans and I thought that would be easier for the airport because we had a late flight. And I decided to go for this t-shirt here, which is exactly the same fabric as the dress that I wore on the first day. And this is the viscose jersey from Stoff and Still. And what I've done is, this is the plantain tee, but I've slimmed it down slightly, and that pattern's by Deer and Doe, as a free download, and I will link it below. So I've done the sleeves, the front and the neckband in the fabric, but the back of the t-shirt is just plain blue. And that is because I didn't have enough fabric for that. But definitely if you're looking to use up scraps and you actually want a wearable garment, thinking about blocking, so having the front and sleeves in one fabric and the back in another is a really good way to use up those fabrics. So yeah, wore that one as well. So I had a really lovely time, and I hope to go back to Barcelona to see a few more things because we didn't manage to see everything, but actually a really lovely city to visit if you are looking to go on holiday in Europe. So the second thing I wanted to talk about in this video was Me Made May. Now I'm filming this and Me Made May is only a couple of days away, and I really had to question what kind of pledge I was going to make this year. So last year I made the pledge to just wear a Me Made item every single day, and I did manage that. I think it was a different Me Made item every day actually. So I did manage that throughout the whole of May because I have got quite a big section of my wardrobe which is Me Made. This year, I've gotten quite used to wearing Me Made clothes every day, so actually that wouldn't be much of a challenge. So the challenge for me is going to be more in recording what I wear and making a few different things. So I've decided to challenge myself to photograph what I'm wearing each day and record what I'm wearing that way, and hopefully post on Instagram, if not every day, maybe as a weekly roundup. The second part is going to be really having a good look at my wardrobe and thinking about what I really wear, what I need more of, and I know last year I found that really helpful, so I'm definitely going to be trying to do that again. I know there's a few things that I've reached for and I'm not wearing them because they've got long sleeves or sleeves that come like into the elbow crease on my arm, and I just find that really uncomfortable. So I'm going to think about remaking a few things or altering a few things just so that everything in my wardrobe is something that's actually wearable. And I'm also going to aim to try and finish some of my UFOs. I've made a quite good start of it in February, but I've still got quite a few there to finish, so I'm going to try and finish those. And then the last thing is make 2 new patterns that I haven't made before. So I think that that's realistic. I would love to say, oh, I'm going to go through and make like 10 different patterns, but that's just not going to happen. But I think 2 is reasonable, and I've got a few different ones in mind that I can make, so just keep an eye out for that. So that is everything for today. If you enjoyed this video, please press the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Goodbye!